Hey guys, come on in. Happy, I guess today's Wednesday. Watercolor Wednesday, we'll call it. That's what we'll call it, because I'm going to do watercolors. Maybe I'll do watercolors every Wednesday. I'll see. See how that works out for us. I got some Happy Mail that I'm going to show y'all. Hey Adam. What was I going to say? Kind of a Christmas present, I guess I gave to myself, but not really a Christmas present. And Andrea Nelson, I don't know if y'all are familiar with her. She's really big on, she does a lot with watercolor. And she is friends with, what is her? Lacey. Lacey is her first name, but she's the Rebel Unicorn. And those two are very similar in their, let me put this out of the way. Those two artists are very similar in their techniques and in the way they teach and everything. So I follow them, kind of off the cuff, but kind of not regularly, but when they come across my page. But anyway, so I wanted to show y'all what I got. It was something that I ordered. She had I think it was a Black Friday special is what it was. And I wonder why it says custom up at the top of that. But anyway, so I'm going to show y'all what I got, and then I'm going to kind of play with these colors a little bit and see where we go with them. So the first thing that I'm going to pull out is I got some brushes. All right, so let me pull these out. Oh, you're going to cook bacon again. Yeah. Make me hungry. All right, so this is like the name of her business is A Dream or a Day, Art by Andrea Nelson. And so anyway, so I got like her regular brushes. These are just like her regular brushes that she has, a regular set. And then she also has like some extras that I got her complete set of everything because I don't know, I just thought if I didn't get it, then I was going to have to pay shipping again, and so I'm going with these. So this is a number 10. This is a number 10 brush. It's a round brush. This is a number 8 brush. Let's see if I can get this so y'all can see it. And you know what I need? I need to get, so what I'm kind of doing, I don't know if this is right or wrong, but this is what it's going to look. These brushes I got, see this, my son gave this to me for my birthday. I love this vase. So what I do is I hold these brushes, it's a set that from the Social Easel. And so what I do is I keep all of these together. And I'm thinking that I want something to keep these brushes together. I guess I can always look at, the colors are similar, but a little bit different. They have the names on them. But anyway, so I think I might get a container that's going to hold all my watercolor brushes together. And then I can have them right here on my desk. Oh, you know what? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I got this here, and it's on my desk so that I can paint it. Ha-ha-ha! There we go. All right, so we're going to do that. And let's take one of these out and see. Let's do one of the round brushes. Now, I think you're supposed to, like, sit these in water or something so that, how do I get this open? Where is the opening? There it is. Oh, it opens differently, I think. Well, it just didn't seal. There should be like a, I would think. All right, let me get a pair of scissors because this is not opening up like I want it to. So I'm just going to cut the end off of this and see what we have. Now, I don't know what they put. They put like a starch on the ends of paintbrushes. All right. And I think what you're supposed to do, what I read somewhere, is you're supposed to like sit these in water. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Just kind of. Okay, that's nice and smooth now. All right, and they're going to go in water anyway. All right, so this is good, y'all. Okay, so I like that brush, so we're going to use that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this upside down in this container. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just open up all of these because I don't know which ones I want to use. Let me stick this in here. Let's see how long it takes for it to get soft. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just take these out of here. I have some other watercolor brushes, so I think what I'm gonna do is I am gonna throw that in the trash. Come on in. Hey, Berta, I got some watercolor supplies, Happy Mail. So I'm opening all of this up and going to show y'all what I have. And I have all right, let's see if this is, okay, that didn't take long. My son is cooking bacon and it's making me hungry over here. All right, so that's pretty good. So this has got like a nice tip on it. I know. I was going to try and come on at 3. I'm going to try and come on at 3 o'clock each day, but I didn't make it today. Seth was helping me with cleaning my room and going through. All right, so we're going to put these. See how these are stiff? They put like a starch on them. So I'm going to put them in water. I read that you're not supposed to break them, but so this is like, I think it's called a cattail brush or a cat eye or something. But I got all of these. These are from, this is a number 6 brush. Now, I'm going to show you in just a minute. We're going to get all the brushes open. Make sure I don't cut the bristles. And I'm going to put them in water. Oh, this is interesting. I forget what this one's called. Let's see how it's got like it's off to the side. Let's see if I can get, there we go. This one's kind of off. I don't know what I use any of these for yet, but I will learn and find out. So 2026, I want to do a little bit more painting this year. Each year I try to do a little bit more, and I never really do as much as I want, but we're going to see how that works out. All right, so I'm just kind of putting all of these in water. Cutting the ends of these little bags off. And then I'm going to show you some of the other materials that I got in my, I got this actually, I want to say it was a Black Friday special. And so let me show you what else I got in here. Of course, you know, if we're going to do watercolors, we need a watercolor. This is from Andrea Nelson. Andrea Nelson. Yes. Berta said Happy New Year, Adam and Seth.
Oh, Happy New Year.
I don't know. They both said Happy New Year.
Adam.
Adam said Happy New Year. I didn't know. Did Seth hear me?
No.
Oh, okay. Seth didn't hear you. I'll tell him later. All right. So this is from Andrea Nelson, and she is on Instagram. She's also on Facebook, and I'm sure she's on YouTube. And this is called, I think her company's name is A Dream or a Day Art. So this is what I got. I got the set of watercolors that, I'm supposed to do something with this, but I'll have to read the directions. This comes with, I guess it's a color swatch for all the colors. So I'll put this in here. I'm not going to mess with that yet. Boy, that's loud, Adam. Any way you can turn that down some?
I can't. I did turn it down.
All right, so this looks like, you can lift this out of here. Oh my gosh. I wonder if I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Maybe I'm not going to get done what I thought I was going to get done. All right, so hold on a minute. Let me figure this out. I probably should have read the directions before I came online. All right, these slide out of here. And I think I need to, let me get my, see if the color is written on here. No, it's not. All right, so I think what I need to do, I should have read the directions. Because these are like little pans of, all right, so these peel out of here. All right, this is going to be longer than I thought. Oh my gosh. This is so, look at that. So this is a pan of black. So what I need to do, all right, before I do anything else, is I need to come in here, and I got some pens. And let's see, pigment, water-based. All right, so I got all these different size pens. 05, 0.05, 500ths, 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10, 6/10, 8/10, and a brush. I wonder what the brush is. Oh, that's in, oh, it's a brush. Okay, so it's got a brush into it. So you're going to be learning right along with me, it looks like, because I don't know what I'm doing. All right, let's try 0.2 and see what it, I don't know if I'm going to be able to use this or not, but I'm going to go in here and I'm going to write the colors. So this is, oh wow. All right, so this is black. This is Payne's Gray. The next one is dark brown. I think what I'm supposed to do, we'll find out. Burnt umber. I've got to take, before I can use these, I have to take the reddish brown. I have to take the little covers off. And when I take the covers off, I'm not going to know reddish brown. All right, next one is Indian red. Once I take the labels off, I'm not going to know what I have. So I've got to do this now. Yellow ochre. Kind of excited to play with these. This is the next one's olive green. Tree green. I hope this marker doesn't run. Dark green. Grass green. I'm really hoping they don't run. And lake green. All right, then we're going to come up here. Oh, I can't even read that color. Gosh. It's white on yellow, and I cannot. Lemon. I think it's lemon yellow. All right, there we go. So we're going to do lemon yellow. Should have done that one in black. Mid yellow. And then once I get these all labeled, I'll pull all of the little orange. I'll pull all the little tags off, and we'll see what these look like. Dark red. Cherry red. I should have looked at this closer before I came online. Fuchsia, lilac. Looks like I need to save pale purple. There's a number that goes underneath this. So I probably need to save all these little tags. Prussian blue. I like Prussian blue. That's one of my favorite blues. Prussian blue. Ultramarine is another favorite. Ultramarine blue, and indigo. Okay. All right, this didn't go as planned, but that's okay. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, and it seems like what I need to do, all right, let's see if I can do this in some kind of organized fashion. Move that out of the way. I think I have to slide these out. There might be another way to do it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide these out. I'm going to keep them in order. Huh. Maybe I'm not going to get as far as I thought today. I thought I could just dip right into these and start. I didn't realize that there is a little covering over these. Seems like there's got to be another way to do this, that you shouldn't have to take it all the way off like that. All right, let's go this way. That one's going to go there, and that one's going to go there. Let me get this out of the way so y'all can see what I'm doing. All right, so now I've got these all lined up. And I need to take these. Did you burn yourself?
No, there's an egg that busted.
Oh, that's okay. All right, so we've got a little pan of, hey, darling, have you ever worked with watercolors before? That's kind of what I'm doing right now. I didn't realize that I was going to have to open all of these, tape the tags. Oh, that's smart. Well, aren't you clever? Yeah, that's exactly what I need to do. Thank you. All right, so let me cut this. That is excellent. What would I do without you, Berta? All right, we're going to do that. We're going to tape this right on the back. It's a little crooked. We can straighten that up, though. A little bit long. Okay. I like that idea. Let's see what other kind of notes you got for me. Do a sample of each color on each square you are. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's going to be my next step. That may be as far as we get today, y'all. All right, let me cut this down. We may just get this set up. We'll see what happens. All right, this is dark brown. Put that on there and then just kind of trim this. Oh, Berta, what an excellent idea. I did not even think that. Oh, yay! How many do I get? You just put some on there for me. My husband. My son is bringing me some bacon, y'all. He made some bacon. I love bacon. That is some good bacon. I don't know if there is such a thing as bad bacon, though, y'all. Good stuff. All right, that's dark brown. I want to make sure I keep them in the right order. So that when I put that... All right, here we go. All right, put this one down here. What a great idea, Berta. You just probably saved me a lot of headaches. And then I'm just kind of cutting around the edges to trim it down. Alright. And this way, if I take them out, I can, I'll know what's on the back side of it. Such a bright, bright, bright suggestion. Have you played with watercolors before? Check one first to see if it's still on the tray. Check one first if it's still... Oh! I had thought about that. Yep, it's going to work. It's going to work. I see what you're saying. Because I had wondered with that extra, these are called pans. I know that. And I guess this is called a full pan. Half that size is called a half pan. All right, here we go. I tell you what, y'all stay well out there. A lot of crafters are, a lot of people are getting the flu and COVID and all kinds of stuff. I guess there's a new strand of COVID going around. Uh-oh. Payne's Gray. Where does that go? Oh, no. This one got out of order. All right, Berta, you saved me. This is Payne's Gray goes next. Dark brown, burnt umber, and reddish brown. All right, I need to trim these so they don't get stuck. Yep, I would have had it messed up already. So I think what we'll do today is we will just kind of get the colors in here. All right, Payne's Gray goes next to black. Payne's Gray is a, hey Mary, oh look at that. It's like a dark, dark navy. But, all right, let's go ahead and cut this down. It's not really a gray. It's a dark, dark navy. I've taken a couple of different, like, what do you call them? Like classes for painting and stuff like that, online classes. That's what we have, Payne's Gray. And so I'm learning a little bit more about colors, and I'm learning a little bit more about mixing them. All right, so that's Payne's Gray. I'll put these in. I'll check them before I actually put them in. Burnt umber, reddish brown, All right, let's see, reddish brown. The next one should be Indian red, which is this one. So what you can do is, the advantage of having like these little individual pans, what you can do is you can just replace the color that that you use up, and you can buy them one at a time. All right, let's see. All right, trim that down. I had a little activity for me to do, but I don't know if I'm going to get to it or not. Looks like I'm going to end up cutting the number off of that, but that's okay. I should have put the number on the, So this is called Indian Red. Looks kind of brown. And ochre, yellow ochre. Hey Carol, I am playing with some new watercolors that I got, and I did not know that I was going to have to kind of like take them all the way. All right, let me put this on here. I didn't realize they were going to be all wrapped up like this. I thought I was going to be able to paint them, just open them up and start painting on them. But here I am. All right, put it on there and then just kind of trim it. So Andrea Nelson, this is a set from Andrea Nelson. She's on Facebook, and all right, olive green is next. What's y'all's favorite green? I had, when I had to be I was in my 20s. I was like 23. And I used to work for a company called Casual Corner. I don't know if any of y'all had Casual Corner there. It was a clothing store, a lot for, you know, like a lot of business women for the most part. But it was like young, big business women. And they weren't clothes that I normally wore. But anyway, this color right here that I'm working with, it's not one of my favorite greens. There was a gal who came, a lady came in the store, and she had like olive color skin. And anyway, she picked up this really, what I thought was a very ugly color of green. And back in the 80s, I don't know if any of y'all remember or not, but Color Me Beautiful was a big thing going around where, you know, you wear certain colors and certain moss. Moss is your favorite? How about that? Anyway, did any of y'all remember Color Me Beautiful back in the 80s? This is tree green that I'm doing now. Anyway, they put these different drapes across you to see if you were warm, if you were winter, fall, spring, summer, you know, what kind of colors were the best for you. And before I worked in Casual Corner, I thought, oh, you know, this is just another gimmick. And anyway, when I worked at Casual Corner, this gal, she, trying not to get all the stickiness off of this, she picked up that blouse, and she went into the dressing room to try it on, and I can remember thinking, that's the ugliest green shirt I have ever seen in my life. And because, you know, I always like bright, vibrant colors and everything. And anyway, she came out of the dressing room with that blouse on, and she glowed in that thing. The shirt glowed, she glowed, and that was when I became a believer that some people can wear some colors and look really, really good in them, and other people can wear that same color and it can make them look like they have the flu. That's kind of like, there are certain browns that if I wear brown, certain colors of brown, I look like I got the flu. And so it really is a thing. And, you know, it's kind of funny because I kind of like feel colors. Like today I felt like wearing pink. All right, that one's good. So that's a dark green. I'm kind of excited to see how all these colors are going to turn out. So this is what I'm thinking I got to do. I'm going to take and after we get these on here, we will take and do like a little, take some water and let these, all right, this is called grass green. Just so y'all know the colors that I'm doing. And it's, see how it's hanging over a little bit? I don't know if y'all can see. There you go. You can see how it hangs over just a little bit. I'm just taking, and I find that if I go from the top down, I get a better trim on it. All right. All right, so that's grass green. And now we've got lake green. And then we'll take and we'll put these back in the pan or the tray. Huh. So I guess you can take these off separately. This is lake green. It's got a lot of stickiness on it. And here I thought I was going to be on for about 20 or 30 minutes. It's going to take me that long just to get this done. All right, this is lake green. I'm kind of lining the bottom up with, in the corner. All right, here we go. This is lake green. Boy, Berta, I am so glad you suggested I do that. All right, here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these back on here. But I'm going to do them, I'm going to start halfway. I better have some more bacon, y'all. Good stuff. All right, so let me, all right, there's 12 of these. So I'm going to go from the center end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do number 6. And that's yellow ochre. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I can snap them in here. Hold on a minute. Yellow red, or Indian, no. Yellow ochre, Indian red. I think I can snap these in here. Oh, I can. Oh, good. Then we have reddish brown. Oh, good. I can. That makes more sense. Burnt umber. Probably should be able to dark brown. Just kind of go in sideways. Payne's gray. And this one I didn't trim very well. Let me trim this one better. This was the first one. This is black. Okay, and we're going to just snap that in there. So I should be able to just snap it out. Oh, I can. Okay, good. All right, it's not going to take me as long, the next batch. All right, then we've got olive green, tree green, make sure I got the right one, dark green, grass green, and lake green. Oh, you know what? I think I could put those little labels right here. We'll see. Hold on a minute. All right, so we're going to take this. We're going to take this little guy out here. And we're going to put this one right in here. It's just going to sit right. You know what? I wonder, because I shouldn't have to, oh no, because I have the label right there. Okay. Because what I was thinking, all right, let's move this out of the way. I should be able to lift this up. There we go. Okay. All right, all right, all right. We got indigo. This is easier. Ultramarine. Prussian blue. Pale purple. Lilac. Fuchsia. The first one always takes longer, right? This one's going to go quicker, y'all. Dark red. I'm wondering, almost feels like, no, it won't fit. And then, I think it's better to have it on the pan. I wished I had it two different places. Red, orange, mid-yellow. All right, here we go. Huh. So this one looks, oh, you know why? You know why she's got it this way? Because she sells it with just one row, and then you can have it with a second row. And I think that it does it this way so that she can just add the second pan in there. All right, I think I'm figuring it out. All right, let me get this out of the way. And we're going to come over here. I've got my card. Oh, I'm excited to get painting with these. All right, this is indigo. Go ahead and trim this down. It's nice and sticky. So we've got indigo, ultramarine, and Prussian blue coming up. I'm going to just kind of put this in the corner, and then I'm going to trim these off. Now that I know what I'm doing, I think I got it all. All right, that's indigo. I like ultramarine. That's hey, Doodle. Y'all have a favorite blue? And of course, we'll be able to, these are watercolors that I got. Uh-oh. And so I didn't realize that I have to, all right, this one's ultramarine. I have to kind of unwrap all of these before I can do anything. And Berta gave me the excellent idea to put the names of these on the backs of the pans. I probably should have gone to her website. This is from Andrea Nelson. All right, Prussian blue. I like Prussian blue. I can't wait to see how these paint, y'all. I got a little activity that Andrea Nelson is, she's got right now, she's got like 30 days of watercolor painting. And so I'll do these with y'all. I'm going to skip number 1. I'm going to do day number 2. And it's something that y'all can do at home too. And it's really kind of neat. It's a neat activity. I saw I think it was Lacey she is the, all right, this one's Prussian blue. This is pale purple. Let me show you, I should show you all the colors. It's not really showing up, maybe like there. It's not really showing up on the screen very well. I think it'll do better when we actually paint with them. See if I can get this one open. All right, we're almost there. Oh, look at that. This is what you need to see. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? So I am assuming that because of the price that I paid for these, that they're going to have a lot of pigment in them. And I did not know. Let's see, I've been with Chalk Couture. I started with Chalk Couture 2021. And I started, you know, looking into watercolors back in probably early 2022. And I did not know that what gives color, what gives paint its color is pigment. And the more pigment that you have, the more concentrated your color is. And so I'm assuming that with Andrea Nelson's paints, that her paints are going to have a lot of pigment to them. And that just means that it's got, you know, a lot, it's not watered down. It's really, really concentrated. So we'll see. We'll see what we get. All right, this is lilac. This one's kind of hard to see. This is lilac. So you can buy watercolors in a tube, or you can buy them in pans. And if you buy them in a tube, then you have to put them in pans. So it's just one more step. All right, here we go. All right, just kind of putting it on here and trimming it up. And you know what? I probably could have just put them right on back in there. But fuchsia. I got a story about fuchsia. I love fuchsia. Oh, look at this, y'all. I did not have any. It looks a little bit pinker on the screen than what it is here. I did not have any fuchsia in my wardrobe when I was back in the 80s. And I worked at a store called the Bombay Company. The mall that was, it was a new mall, so it wasn't very busy. And every day that I came to work, I went by this shoe store. Well, I used to love shoes. Now I have to wear shoes that are comfortable. But before, I used to wear shoes that that looked good. No matter how bad they hurt my feet, I wore them because they looked good. And anyway, there was this fuchsia pair of pumps in the window of this shoe store that I walked by on the way to work and on the way back from work. I didn't have any fuchsia in my wardrobe at all. Oh, this is pretty. This kind of looks like, on the paper it looks the same as the fuchsia, but it's darker. This is a cherry red, but you can see over here. Anyway, so, and of course they weren't cheap, but they weren't really, you know, really expensive. Like, they were just like pleather, but I thought, well, I don't have anything to go with these. And one day I thought, you know, I'm going to go and I'm just going to bite the bullet. I'm going to buy these shoes. So, I don't know if I came in on my day off or, you know, what I ended up doing, but I bought the shoes. I must have been on my day off, because after I bought the shoes, I thought, I don't have anything to wear these with. And so I bought the shoes, and then I went looking for an outfit that, it was a wild looking outfit too. But I went and bought an outfit to go with it. And I thought, that's the first time I had ever done that. Was usually you buy shoes to go with an outfit that you already have, but I bought the shoes first. And then trying to find where this starts. And then I bought the outfit. All right, this is not, oh, here it is. All right, this is dark red. All right, here we go. Almost looks like a brown in the pan. Let me show y'all. That one looks kind of like a brown. All right. Well, that was the beginning of my fuchsia. And now I have lots of fuchsia in my wardrobe. It's probably one of my favorite pinks. And I found out that, I got to start down here because I want the words to be on here. If up about, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago, I realized I like pink. I really like pink. Not a big purple person. Although, you know, I like purple. I like when other people wear it, but I tend to not gravitate towards purple. And I notice, like, in my projects that I do, hey, Pat, I'm unwrapping my new watercolor set that I got from Andrea Nelson. All right, this is a red. But I noticed I made a lavender... I don't know if y'all remember the lavender canvas bag that I made. Got it. It's hanging right up there. I haven't sold it. Haven't done anything with it. I just, for whatever reason, I just don't tend to lean towards purple. And there are certain purples I like. There are certain purples I don't like. But when I see it on other people, I don't think anything of it. It's just, I just doesn't tend to be the color that, okay, these are pretty true to color, y'all. All right, let me show you. So this is the back, and this is the front. This is pretty true to color. She's done a good job with this. But, so I think you're going to like this activity once we're almost done. And I'll real quickly show you the other stuff that I got. Now, this is orange. I'll real quickly show you the other things that I got in my box of, it was like a bundle that she had. And, you know me, I always like to go for the free shipping. So, I ended up, I had to spend a certain amount of money before I could get the free shipping. But I thought I might as well just go ahead and, you know, do it all now. All right, so that's orange. Two more, y'all. Two more. This is mid-yellow. Kind of a golden color. So when I figured out, it was like, you know, I started noticing that I liked pink. You know, I like light pink, I like dark pink, I like different colors of pink. I remembered when I was 10 years old, when we moved from one house to another house. You know, my parents asked me, now this isn't quite so, this looks more golden here. And it looks a little more orange on the outside. So we'll have to play with that and see what we get. So I remembered that when I was 10, I painted my room a light pink. And I had forgotten all about that. And I thought, okay, so I like pink. Uh-oh, this one's coming apart, y'all. This is not what it's supposed to do. All right, this one's going to be a little shorter. You can't read it anyway, so it's okay. This one here is lemon yellow, but I'm telling you, it is white on yellow, and I can hardly read it. All right, let me just kind of straighten this up a little bit. All right, here we go. Yeah, you can't. I don't even know why I'm putting it on here because you can't read it. Makes a difference if you cut it from the top down. It makes a difference. Okay, this is the back. You cannot read the words there, and this is the front. I like lemon yellow. All right, here we go. So we're going to put it back in the tray. I'm going to put these off to the side. Got them all stuck down here. I'm going to hang on to those just in case I might want to do something with them. I haven't decided yet. All right, I better have another bite of bacon that my son made. All right. Here we go. So this is supposed to go, where does it go? Oh, it goes in here. So how does this, I want to see. I guess, all right, let me go ahead. And we can do these in order because now we know they snap in there. So this is lemon yellow. And it'll snap right in there. This is mid yellow. And that's going to snap right in there. Oh, I spelled orange wrong. I left the E off. This is orange. Red. Dark red. Cherry red. Oh, I'm excited. We're going to do this. This is fuchsia. Lilac. Lilac is pretty. I tend to go to a darker purple. Prussian blue. Ultramarine. And indigo. All right. And then, not quite sure where I'm supposed to put this, but I'm thinking I put it underneath so that it stays dry. So this has got all the colors in there. So now, Pat, do you do watercolors? All right, I got to put an E on the orange, y'all. I left the E off of orange. There we go. All right, so I got these pens too. These are called pigment liners, water-based, odorless. I'm assuming that they work well with watercolors, right? I'm not going to smear or anything, but we will see. All right, so I'm thinking, oh, you know what? I think I have to pull this out of here. All right, so now, oh, maybe I do that. Maybe I put it in the lid. I don't know, because you've got to spray these. All right, so we're going to put this in here. You're supposed to spray these. Let me get this out of the way. And this is what she does. She takes and she sprays these. Let me get my scissors out of the way. And you get them wet. Yeah, you need to take that paper out of there. Get lots of water on there. All right, so let me go in here. These are the brushes that that I put in water while we were waiting, and now they're soft. So I'm going to stick these up here. I'm going to have just my watercolor brushes. Oh, yeah. Because when the brushes come in, they come in stiff. I don't know. That's called something. That's got a name for it. I'll have to go look at the website and see. And then this is just a, I don't know, it looks like about a 1/2 inch brush. And see the nice tip that has on there? Let's see if I can, there we go, right there. It's got a nice tip on it. So we're gonna see y'all remember my friend Angie, who is my card partner. Well, we've had this past year we haven't been able to play cards. Gosh, probably since, or last year I should say. We haven't been able to play cards since like February or March of 2025 because my husband's mother She's, you know, she was off and on sick, and, you know, then Robert has actually been staying at his mom's house, and all full time, just going back and forth to work. And all right, let's see what we're gonna do. Let me pick a brush, and then I'm gonna get some watercolor. I'm gonna take another piece of bacon, y'all. Good stuff. Oh, we gotta do the color swatches on here. So hold on a minute. I gotta decide. I think this color brush here, maybe. I want to make sure this is dry. Light green. All right. I need to make this so y'all can see what I'm doing too. I know if I put it up here, maybe I could put it right up here. Let me stick this right here. See if y'all can see that. All right, I'm gonna go. How do I want to do this? I think I'm going to do black last. I'm going to start with the lighter colors first. Let me get my water here. And we're going to do like, I wonder if I think I want a bigger brush. Well, we'll try one of each. I don't know what I want to do, y'all. All right, so ooh. Boy, this really picks up the paint. All right, so this is lemon yellow. Kind of hard to see the lemon yellow, but it's there.
Well, then don't play it on my Steam account if you don't care.
All right, so that's there. And then we're going to rinse that out. And we're going to go in with the orange. Oh, gosh, y'all. This is like fancy watercolors. This is mid-yellow. Oh, I like this. This is kind of like an orange, like a golden orange. Let me show you. These are the colors so far. These colors are, you know, I've done other watercolors before, but these are like, you know, when you spray them. All right, let me go ahead and just, all right, the next one is orange. They're like, it's like a really smooth texture to it. I don't even know how to describe this because I've never had watercolors do this before. All right, here we, ooh, I like this. Ooh, this is like a good orange. Wow. All right, I'm going to let that sit in there a minute because I kind of got like a lot of water on there. All right, next one is red. I'll just dab that a little bit. Wow, this is like, I've never had watercolors like these before. I don't even, it's like a really smooth, creamy look. Oh, look at the red. It looks a little orange. Looks kind of like a red, more of a red orange. All right, and we're going to clean that. Next one is dark red. I'm going to get just a little bit of water off of that. Dark red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is dark red. I'm going to come over here. This is more of a, like a burgundy color. Kind of a brownish, almost a brownish red. Then we're going to do cherry red. I know. When Adam started cooking bacon, I'm like, I'm hungry. I wasn't hungry until, all right, cherry red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know they're all in the right place. I was like, oh, I wasn't hungry till you started cooking bacon. Bacon, man. Anybody cooks bacon in the house? Bacon or onions? You know, like sauteed onions. I'm hungry. Or garlic. There you go. All right, here we go. Next one is fuchsia. Let's see if the fuchsia is going to turn out the way I want it to. Yeah, it's pretty. It is, yeah, it's fuchsia. It's pretty. I can't lift them up because I put too much water on them. I may have to blot them. All right, so now we're going to do lilac. Oh, okay, you know, if I had to do a review, I would give it a double thumbs up, y'all, so far. And I'll show you what my little activity is going to be here in a minute. Look at this. This is where that fuchsia, isn't that pretty? All right, so the next one is pale purple. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I have some other watercolors, but they're not like this. Not even, oh boy, that's like, I need to get some of that water off of there. All right, I think I like what I spent my money on so far. Now I just got to get practicing. Oh, back to my card partner. She's been doing a lot of watercolor, and I said I want to do more watercolor this in 2026, and she's just like pumping stuff out, cards for her granddaughter, and she's been doing these little birds. It's just really, really cute stuff. All right, this is Prussian blue. Looks like I could use a little more water on this. This one's kind of dry, so let me get a little bit of water. Oh, I like this. Yep, okay, so there is a lot of pigment in these, y'all. All right, I need to get a paper towel, and I need to kind of dab this. It's got too much water. A lot of pigment, which is what I was hoping for. Just got to dab that. All right, this one's, I probably should have brought a, all right, this is ultramarine. Maybe if I hold it up, y'all can see it better. The ultramarine and the Prussian blue, I expected to be very close in color, and they are. You can almost not tell the difference between the two. All right, I'm gonna get and then the last one on the top row is gonna be indigo. And I wanna wipe some of that off of there. And we've got, oh boy, and these three are really, really close in color. It's almost hard. The indigo is almost black if you don't have the lighting on it just right. I like that. Okay. All right, let me get, I got a little bit too much on here as far as water is concerned. All right, now we're going to go down to the bottom. So my husband has his 95-year-old mother. She just had a birthday, December 26th. She's in an assisted living home now. And all right, hold on a minute. I need to like spray this again. And so he was living in her house, the house he grew. Oh, this is pretty. This is lake green. This is like a blue-green. It's like a blue-green. He was living there so that he could oversee all of the caretakers that were taking care of her. She's been in and out of rehab. All right, this one is grass green. Oh, that's pretty. kind of like a Kelly green. And now she's gone from rehab to, all right, this is dark green. I'm expecting this to be like a pine green. Oh yeah, kind of like a pine tree green. Wow, I like these colors, y'all. I'm so glad. I'm so happy with this purchase. So she's been in the assisted living home now. He didn't want to do it, but that, you know, she doesn't, she's pretty much in a wheelchair now, and her house won't accommodate for a wheelchair, and he's working, you know, he even considered, you know, stopping work and taking care of her, but the house just will not, it won't suit her needs. And, all right, so let's see what color. So he wanted to make sure that, all right, this is tree green. He wanted to make sure that, you know, she was taken care of, and so he's been going there every single day. And, oops, I got a little bit more water on that one. Kind of spread this one out. And now that she is, that's it. Remember I told y'all that I did, we gave out the finished projects that I've made over the last year, really. Some of them were from last year. All right, this is an olive green. This is the color green that this lady wore that looks so beautiful on her, but boy, it wouldn't have looked good on me. So she's starting to get acclimated and talking to the people who were there. Before, she was just staying in her room and didn't want to go out, and she's a very social person. So now she's starting to talk to people and get to know them, so that's good. So he's going to be coming home. He drives an hour and a half when he's at her house, an hour and a half every day to go to work. And poor guy, he's just so worn out. And so now what he's doing is he's going to start, all right, this is Indian red. This looks kind of like a brown. Yeah, it looks like a brown. So now he's only going to drive one way. And so he'll come to our house church on Sundays and spend the night at home, and go to work on Monday, which is close by. This is a reddish brown. These are pretty similar, except this one's a little bit darker. Can y'all see these? I'm trying to hold it up so you can see it. And then, so he'll stay here Sunday and Mondays, and then he'll get up and go to work on Tuesday. And then when he goes to work on Tuesday, he'll drive back to his mom's house. And then that way he only has to drive an hour and a half one way. All right, this is burnt umber. Ooh, that's a pretty brown. It's a little bit. Okay, we're almost there, and then we're going to do our little activity. Y'all want to see the rest of the stuff that I have in the box, or you want me to wait and save that for another day? This is dark brown. It's kind of like a greenish, grayish brown. Interesting. Okay. I don't know that I would call this dark brown. I would call that one dark brown. This one almost looks black. Alright, here we go. Get the excess water off. I don't know if you're supposed to do that or not, but here I am. Alright, this is Payne's Gray. And it looks gray. But it's like a dark navy, a little bit of gray to it. The dark brown looks really, really dark. All right, one more, and that's black, and then we're going to move on. This is like really creamy looking, the way that this paints. And then here's our black. Ooh, that's a pretty black. And you know that black is just all the primary colors mixed together. You can make your own black. I have a friend of ours who, oh, it's time for bacon again. Hold on. Good stuff. All right, let me dab these a little bit. Try and get some of this water off of here. I forgot what my last sentence was. All right, so this is what we have. Get these brushes out of the way. All right, y'all. I'm going to do the activity, and I will save. All right, let me have my other half of bacon. That is so good. All right, so I don't have that much stuff in here. Let me show you the rest of the stuff I got. Then we'll do our activity. I got a little miniature color wheel. I have a big one, and that's like a little one. I have some tape. I'm not so sure about the tape. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot there for what I paid for it, but I have other tape. And then I got 3 sketchbooks. This is kind of like a big one. It looks like about, I don't know. Hang on. I'm going to just use regular watercolor paper right now. This is 8, so probably 8 by 10. Yeah, that's 8 by 10. So this is 8 by 10. Here, let me show you what it is. This is her paper. And the bacon's good. And you can, it's got like a little like elastic wrap, and then this will, if I remember right, yeah, it'll lay flat when you paint with it. All right, so there's that one, and looks like I need something to open this with. Maybe my fingernail. There we go. It's kind of like a soft hard cover. It's not like a book cover. All right, so this is a pretty color. Kind of like a teal. This is really pretty. All right, and then this one. These are intended to lay flat. Really thick paper. So I'm going to practice on more inexpensive paper before and that may not be the right idea, but I have some, like, I want to try some, like, projects and stuff in the books. But I'm going to just kind of play. Oh, look at that. All right, and this looks like about a 5 by 5. Yeah, it's like 5 by 5. And of course it has the strap, and it's like a soft hard cover. It's not really like a book, but this one's pretty hard. This is my favorite color. I think I like this one the best. All right, so I got that, and that's everything. So let me get my paper out, and then I'll show you the little activity. I thought this was the neatest idea that, I better have another piece of bacon. Haven't had anything but bacon today. There you go. All right, I'm going to put this down. And I'm going to just get some watercolor paper. Let's try a little one. Should we try a little one? I'm going to try a half sheet and see what happens. Now, Andrea Nelson. These are her paints. And, hold on. This is her activity. She has, every other day, she's going to come up with a, I wonder if I want to do, maybe I better do the big one. Hold on. Let's do a whole sheet, y'all. Because I think I'm going to need it. I think I'm going to need the space. Every other day, she's going to have a watercolor project. Let's see how this goes in here. And, all right, so I'm going to need, I got to get this, I got to remember to take this out so that I don't spray it. All right, we're going to spray our paper or our paints. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. This is her idea. I did not have rice, but I haven't made bread in a long time, but I used to grind my own grain and get fresh flour. And so I have lots of grain in the house. I'm going to get back to it. But what she said is to put some rice. I have grains, but it's the same concept. So we're just going to put some rice on here. And then what we're going to do is we are going to separate this. I just thought this was a really neat idea of a way to get just irregular shapes. And so I thought I'd pass this on to y'all. Not my idea, not my paints. This is Andrea Nelson, and you can look her up on, I think she's on YouTube, Instagram, and she's on Facebook. Okay? All right, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to put these on here. See if I want some more on here. I thought, oh, I don't have rice. And I thought, oh, but I have grain. I have lots of grain. I have 5-gallon buckets of grain, y'all. I used to be a co-op coordinator for a company called Bread Backers. All right, you know what? I'm going to try doing it this way. Let's just see what we get. Going to do that. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here. I wonder if, I think this pen here, I want to try, I think this, you know what, I better try it and see if it bleeds. Let's see if it bleeds. That one bleeds. Okay, so that's not going to work. Let's see, I'm hoping this one doesn't bleed. Let's try O2. Let's see what this one does. Does that one bleed? That one does too. All right, we're gonna just, maybe I should do a Sharpie, huh? Hold on. Maybe I should do a Sharpie or acrylic paint. I have acrylic paint pens too. Let's try that and see what that does. Oh, that one bleeds too. All right, hold on. I thought I had a Sharpie in here, but I can't find it. Oh, well. All right, well, oh, there it is. All right, let's see if the Sharpie's going to bleed. All right, I'm going to do this in Sharpie, y'all. All right, so the idea behind the rice is so that you get irregular shapes. So I'm going to just kind of go and trace. No rhyme or reason. I'm just going to make these blobs. This would be a great activity for kids too. Okay? And you can move the rice around. You don't have to keep them where they are. All right, here we go. All right, and then I'm going to take it. I'm going to just go kind of around. It's kind of wonky. All right, and then just wherever it kind of lands. Kind of weaving in and out. Okay. Oh, I forgot if I'm supposed to spray the paper or not. I don't know. And then we'll do this little guy in here. Okay. And then we could do this one over here. And I'm just going to move these little pieces of rice or grain over there. Okay, and I think the idea behind this is to make it so that, you know, you have something that, all right, let's see if I can get this back in here without making a mess. I make messes everywhere I go. My poor nephew, he hears stuff dropping, and he's like, oh no. All right, let's see if I can bend this and get it in here. Yeah, I did pretty good with that one, huh, y'all? I did not go all over the place. All right, so now I've got these blobs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brush. Let's see where my brush is. I'm not quite sure what size brush I should use, but here we go. All right, so I'm going to come in here. I can't remember if I'm supposed, maybe I better use a bigger brush. Y'all can tell I really don't know what I'm doing. All right, so I'm going to use the bigger brush. I need some clean water, but this is what I have. And I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to, all right, I gotta spray my paints again because I can see that they're drying up. So I'm going to just kind of spray these again. And I guess maybe what I need to do is do some, yeah, I need to do some of this. Let's put some paint in here. Can y'all see what I'm doing? You use this little part here to get, you know, like your wells of paint, your paint palette. And I'll put a little bit of water up here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with primary colors, yellow, blue, and red. And I'm going to just drop it. I don't know if I'm supposed to put this much water on here or not, but that's what I'm going to do. I think this is a good way, maybe what she's, because I didn't watch the whole video, but it's a way for, all right, so I'm going to just kind of drop some colors, and I think I'm supposed to get this wet, so I'm going to get it wet. We'll see. The idea is for us to be able to see kind of the properties, and I'm just going to just drop some colors in different places on here. And you can see the paper's going to want to curl because one side stretches and the other's stable. And I'm just going to take and put no rhyme or reason to where I'm putting any of this. This could be a total flop, y'all. I don't know. But I just thought that it would be fun to try this. All right, so I've got a little bit of yellow. I'm going to clean this out. And I'm going to go in. Now, we know that yellow and red make orange. So I can go on in here with the red. That looks orange to me, but we're going to go with it, okay? We're going to just kind of drop some orange in. This is red. This looks orange to me, though, but it's supposed to be red. And I want to get, I think I want to get it wet. And you can see that it's, in some places it's wanting to run, which is what I kind of want it to do. So far, it's not anything real thriller, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I just think it needs more water. Thus, watercolor. All right, so let's go in here. I may end up pulling other colors in here. I don't know. All right, so red. Now let's go blue. Ooh, that's pretty. Y'all can't see that. Let me bring this over. This is a pretty blue. This is the ultramarine. No, this is Prussian blue. That's why I like it. I love Prussian blue. Okay? All right, here we go. I'm going to drop some. Now, as we drop this blue in here, we should, when it hits the green, I mean the yellow, we should start seeing some color mixture. And I'm just going to keep spraying this because I feel like that's what I should do. Now, when you mix the red and the blue, you should start seeing purple. All right, so red and blue make purple, yellow and blue make green. So you should start seeing a mixture of colors. So this would be a great activity for kids and to teach them, you know, what color, the color mixtures and everything. And you don't have to get these paints. I'm gonna just kind of, oops, I dragged that across there. That's okay. Kind of getting used to, you know, your paints, your colors. All right, and you see, I want it to run. That's what I want it to do. I want it to run in. Maybe I needed to keep my paper dry and just put water down in some places. All right, let's see. Let's get, so that's red, yellow, and blue. Nothing real exciting happening here. All right, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to grab some fuchsia, y'all. I'm going to go with some fuchsia and see what we get. All right, I can see it starting to spider out. That's what I want it to do. I want to have like a spider effect. And see what we get. Maybe if I put more water on my brush, that would make a difference. Yes, I need more water on my brush. All right, y'all, this is me being vulnerable and just giving it a try. I want to get, so there's some penguins that I saw that, all right, so I don't want to do all of them the same. So let me rinse my brush and try some different colors. All right, Gonna keep it here. Let's go with some green in here, but not green. Okay, see, it's starting to spider. That's what I want. That's what I want. All right, so I'm gonna just try something different. Keep the brush wet. Let's go with some of this dark green. Kind of a, I guess that must be lake green because it's looks kind of like a blue green. All right, let's grab some brown and see what happens if we go with brown. So it's my understanding that when you're working with watercolors, you're supposed to have, and I did not bring a clean one over here, you're supposed to have a like a clean water and a dirty water. You rinse your brush, and I feel like I want to do more colors out that way. You rinse your brush, and then when you go to use your water, you have clean water to put on your paper. All right, so let's see what I want to do. Let's go with some black. Should we go with some black? Let's see what happens. Oh my gosh, this is like really a pretty black. Oh, I was going to tell you the friend of mine who, oh my gosh, she is an amazing artist. Roseanne Holland, Haaland. She is incredible. I mean, what she can do with watercolor. And I mean, she's like, the stuff that she paints looks like photographs. It is like, and so when I first started working with Chalk Couture, I wanted to get some watercolors. And I asked her, you know, what should I buy? And she recommended Daniel something. I'll have to look at what I bought. And just incredibly talented. But she goes out in nature and she takes and, you know, like, you know, we'll take a picture of like birds or something like that. And then she will, she'll just sit and draw. And it's like phenomenal. I mean, Roseanne Holland, Roseanne, I think it's Rosanne, Holland, Haaland, and she just, oh my gosh, she just blows me away. I love looking at her work, and once you see her work, you'll recognize. All right, I'm gonna put some colors in here in the middle, y'all, and see what happens. I'm just gonna play with this and see what we get. I'm gonna add some yellow here. So I think the idea behind this particular activity is to get you so that, you know, you get used to what the brush is gonna do. And, all right, let's see. Let's try this golden color here. Let's see what we get with that. Oh, that's kind of neat. And I'm going to just start, rather than keeping everything in a zone, I'm going to start just kind of mixing stuff and see, I'm going to go outside the lines is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go outside the lines and see what happens. I guess I should leave some white space too. But, you know, it's like I always tell y'all, you know, you've got to, the only way we're going to learn how to do this is to take our brush and put it on the paper and see what happens. I am not seeing anything significant here, if you want to know the truth. But I'm gonna practice with some more tutorials, and I'm hoping that we can do some more watercolor this year. All right, let's try some different things with the brushes. So let's take this purple here, And let's see if we can, if we can like, oh, that didn't pan out. Okay, there we go. This is the lilac. I'm not sure about this paper, y'all. It might not, it may be something to do with this paper. Probably should have tried it on her paper. All right, let's see. I'm gonna just keep going until I get, I want to try the cherry red. Let's see what that does. Ooh, I like that. I need like, what I need, okay, so what I need to learn is I need to learn like different brush strokes and what they do. This is mid yellow. Let's see what this is going to do. It's kind of a golden color. I like the colors. I do like the colors, but I want to leave some white background because we need to have some negative space. Otherwise, it loses. All right. This is what I got. I got a mess. But I did the activity. We'll see. I got to try something different because this is not frameable. This is practice. And so what I think I want to do is I want to come in here with some of the other brushes that I have and see, just see how they perform. This is practice. Okay, so we could use this one for like outlines. You can also take your, all right, let's do one of these, this brush. You know my filbert brush. I love my filbert brushes. Let's see what this does. I don't have any more space. Let's try the red here. And just like with acrylic paint, I like the filbert brush, y'all. I don't know why I like filbert brushes so much, but I do. All right, let's see what else we got. I don't know what these do. I'm going to have to do some reading about them. Got another size. This is a round brush. This is a size 6. Let's try this green here. Let's see what it does. All right, that's good. Get some little squiggles in here. I think I need to use more paint. All right, I think that's gonna wrap this up. Put a little bit of yellow in here and see what it does. I think that's gonna wrap this up, y'all. I appreciate you hanging in there with me. So, as I look at this, what would I do differently? I haven't got a clue. I'm stumped. But what I would not do is I would not fill in all of this negative space. I would leave the negative space so that your pieces that you have drawn would stand out more. And, you know, you could do something like, if you're going to do something like this with kids, you could have them do like 2 colors in one, like yellow and red. And I've got to try and figure out how to make it run, because I like it when the paint, and I think it's because I don't have any clean water. Because if you have water, if you put your water down, then see if I can, see I've just got dirty water, but I guess it's not going to matter at this point. If I come over here, okay, see how it's running? I think it's because I don't have any clean water. You just go along the edge, and what'll happen is that because of the cohesiveness of the water, it'll pull it into different places. Like, see how this one did? I like this. I like that feathered look. And, you really need a brush that's got some water on it. And it's got to be wet when you do it. Like, let's see, if I'm going to pull this over here, the paint has to be wet. So there's wet on wet, there's wet on dry, and it makes a difference. See how this is like spidered out like that? I like that look. Because there's something about the way that it runs that it just gives it an organic look as opposed to looking like you're trying to make something happen. So that's what I would do, but you need a clean water and a dirty water. And that's it. I need more practice. That's what it means. I need more practice, y'all. All right, so I'm going to stop here, and I'll probably do some stuff offline. And maybe on Wednesdays, I'll call it Watercolor Wednesdays. And I'll bring something on here that I'm learning. There was, Lacey did a really cute thing with penguins, and I want to try that. So I may give that a try and then come online after I've practiced so that there's some kind of finished product. Now, what you can do, like say that you get a piece and you like the colors, you like the way it all turns out, you can score this and fold it and turn it into an envelope. And I had thought about doing that, but I didn't know how all of this was going to turn out. But this is still wet, so I could cut this back, and I might do that. I may come on and use this as an example of how to use watercolor paper to make an envelope or something. All right, thanks for joining me. I love y'all. Jesus loves you more. And this is Watercolor Wednesday. This is the beginning. So we now have documented where my starting point is, and we'll see where it goes from here. Y'all have a great night. And let's see, what's today? Wednesday? Thursday. I'm going to try and come on tomorrow at 3 o'clock. I'm going to try 3 o'clock is going to be my stamping time that I'm going to try and make consistent. So that's my plan for tomorrow. All right, and I don't know, I may bring something else with watercolors, or I might do something that, maybe some decoupage or something. I don't know, I'll check what I have, and then we'll go from here. All right, love y'all, have a great night, and hope to see you tomorrow. All right.